What's up, people? This is Simple Wilkin with another DC update on the DC universe, pretty much. And today I'm feeling a bit under the weather, as you could tell by my voice. I'm not feeling great. Oh dear, I do sound terrible. Yeah, feeling a bit ill, but I thought I feel like doing a podcast, so I'm going to tell you guys of what I thought of Man of Steel and various other things under the sun. Now, Man of Steel has been out now for about a week, I'd say, and over here in Britain it came out on Friday, and the day it came out, I wanted to see it. I didn't want anybody to tell me anything about it. I wanted to be one of the first people to see it, just so I could come out and just generally get my opinion. Now, the film, I will admit I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot more than I did enjoy Superman Returns, because later on that day I went home and I thought, you know what, why don't I watch Superman Returns? And fuck me, I forgot how fucking awful it was. Still can't beat Superman 2, because watch that again. Amazing. Just Christopher Reeves, the whole way through that film I was just picturing him on the bench in his Clark outfit, just eating a sandwich for some reason, and I kept laughing. I don't know why, but just picture Christopher Reeves at a pond, eating a sandwich in his Clark Kent outfit. It's a really lovely picture to look at. But no, anyway, let's not talk about the legend Christopher Reeves. But Superman 2, I enjoyed a lot. Still, for me, it can't beat Batman Begins. Batman Begins, ever since that came out, it's always been the perfect film for me. I did enjoy Dark Knight. I did enjoy Dark Knight Rises. Few things I thought, should have done that. But Batman Begins, for me, will always remain the best. But yeah, I'm going to go over a few points to, oh god, jumbled my words here. Yeah, I'm just going to go over a few points of what I didn't enjoy from Man of Steel. To anybody who's not seen it, go away now. Just go, please. Lois Lane, I did not like Lois Lane at all. Amy Adams, I didn't feel that she was the right role for Lois Lane. They should have had someone with more backbone, someone more rude. Amy Adams, it felt like whilst I was watching the film, she was like some super secret agent journalist, I just want a normal journalist, not one that travels around the world trying to look for Superman. Throughout the film I thought that was a bit disappointing. I was like, oh, what? I felt like she'd barely put any effort into the role as well. It was dull for me. I found she was dull, every time there was a scene of her, I felt like I'm getting nothing out of this. I'm getting absolutely nothing. So yeah, personally for me, I don't know who else would work. But then again, it was like with Batman Begins again and Dark Knight when they replaced what's her name? Who played Rachel Dawson the first? Oh, what's her bloody name? I should have looked this up as well. Well, when they replaced her with Maggie Gyllenhaal, I didn't like Maggie Gyllenhaal. She's just got a face that irritates me. But yeah, I just felt Amy Adams wasn't the right choice for Lois Lane. They should have got someone else. I didn't like the whole idea of this super secret journalist. It was a bit stupid. General Zod as well. Now, General Zod was good in the film, but there were some points in which I felt, he's too nice of a guy. Like, General Zod, he's this guy that he's going to go around, he's going to fuck shit up no matter what. He's not going to think twice, he's not going to stop and chat, and someone's going to try and calm him down and he'll listen. He's not a guy to listen at all. He's not going to give two shits. He's just going to do it and forget. But yeah, there are a couple of scenes. There was a scene where he first starts, where Superman goes to Smallville and rescues his mum from General Zod and that, and they're going through all the fields, smashing into shit. And then General Zod's mask, weird, gooey mask or whatever, it starts to break in that, and he takes it off, and he gets all these, he gets all the powers and that all in one. Hard to explain, can't be asked to explain, because I'm feeling like shit here. But yeah, there was a scene. Basically, he gets all his powers in at once, and it's basically like a hangover. It feels fucking horrible. Um, so yeah, you see General Zod struggling a bit in that scene, and his crew like come and rescue him. You know, and that's not General Zod. You know, he's not going to give two shits about if he's got like these horrible signs coming into him. Oh, I'm getting my words completely jumbled up here. But yeah, there was another scene as well with General Zod, in which it's the very last scene where they're having the fight in Metropolis, and Henry or whatever, Superman has got him in like an arm lock, and there's like this family at a wall, and General Zod like uses lasers, fires it at the wall, and he's like slowly going across the wall to this like family. Now there were two things I hated about that. One, General Zod would just kill him instantly like that. You know, the lasers wouldn't be like really slow. Just that family just would have been gone in seconds. You know, when it comes to like the Superman universe, the laser eye things, I think it's like whereabouts you look and the laser will go. So General Zod, when he's looking at this wall, he's like moving really slowly. You know, that family, General Zod wouldn't like think about this family. You go, oh, I don't want to kill him. I'll just, I'll use him as a little threat. I'll like, oh, I'm getting my word. Oh, I can't think straight. It's just the fact he didn't kill him. That's what annoyed me. You know, General Zod, that family would have been sliced in half within seconds. You know, but Superman in the end breaks his neck, of which another thing I did not enjoy. You know, it's Superman, he could have just thrown him through the roof or something, or covered his eyes up, but no, just breaks his neck. And I swear, every time I've seen something in a comic or a film, or, well, apart from the original Superman films, but, I don't know, it was just that last scene I didn't like with, General Zod. It felt a bit too silly. But yeah, all in all, Superman Returns. It was a good film. I really enjoyed it. It's the only film I've enjoyed this year. I've seen stuff like Iron Man 3 and Die Hard 5 and all that. I've not seen like Fast and Furious 6 or the new Star Trek. But no, this film so far this year is the only one I've enjoyed. Also, they want to start making, well, I know they want to start making it soon, but that's Man of Steel 2. That's not really going to be the official, like, name for it, but, you know, I assume that'll just be, like, a little code name for it. And it's also quite interesting, because I've been reading that there'll either be a Wonder Woman or a Batman cameo appearance. Now, I'll come back to that in a minute, because there's something else I want to say first. Something I find that's wrong with those little cameo appearances. But no, it's rumoured that Mark Strong, the dude who played the main villain in the first Kick-Ass film, has been rumoured to be wanted to play Lex Luthor. That's if Lex Luthor's either like the main villain in the film or if he's just appears in it. But they want Mark Strong. Now, before I saw this article, I always thought the dude that's in like Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad and the new Godzilla film, Brian, I fucking forgot his surname, but oh well. You know, I always thought he would be a good choice for Lex Luthor. I had one of my friends saying he's more of a Jor-El, but no, we got Russell Crowe as Jor-El. But yeah, Mark Strong as Lex Luthor. Now that sounds pretty cool because, you know, that guy's pretty intimidating. So I reckon he could work as Lex Luthor. Going back to the Wonder Woman and Batman cameo, well, fuck Wonder Woman. This was going to be my general view or opinion. Right, it's just my opinion, guys. Pardon me. Is that, you know, for me, this is what I'm going to say, that Christian Bale should come back to the DC universe. Now, people say, you know, oh, he's not going to work in that universe. It wouldn't seem right. Just leave it as a standalone universe, you know. What I really want to know, like, what I really don't get from other people is, how the fuck would it work? You know, how the fuck would Christian Bale's Batman not work in that universe? Because if you're going to add a new Batman in, then I'm just going to say that, how's that going to work? You know? I don't know if that made sense to anyone, but basically, if you can't throw in Christian Bale's Batman into that universe, if you're saying it's not going to work, then how is any other Batman? Because, you know, when people say, how is any other Batman going to work in that universe? I mean, I had something really good then, but I've lost it. I shouldn't do podcasts when I'm ill. Fucking hell. Yeah, but like, I'm getting my words jumbled up here. I'll think of something great and then just, it's a bit like acid. I'll just, you know, you'll come up with something amazing and beautiful and just boom, you'll forget it. See, I'm getting off topic here. You know, Christian Bale, he should return back. People say, like, he wouldn't work, but to me, he would work. You know, because if you're saying that his Batman's not going to work, then how is any other Batman going to work? You know, when people say that the Dark Knight trilogy and the Man of Steel, they're more realistic, fuck off. That's all I have to say to you. I don't say they're realistic, I just say it's a modern day telling of the story. How the hell is it realistic? You know, people say, like, the Dark Knight's really realistic. Well, you know, for example, in Batman Begins, how can a tank stay on a church roof? You know? How strong are church roofs in Gotham City? They're pretty fucking strong. Also, in The Dark Knight, you know, yeah, I do, you know, I appreciate a lot of Heath Ledger's role to the Joker. I think he was amazing, but, you know, whilst I was watching, I remember the first time watching it thinking, nah, it's okay. You know, how can one guy take down one city? And the whole bus thing at the start, like when the cops go past the little school bus, how come they didn't see any like rubble come off that bus? You know, they would have just turned straight round and gone after that bus. But no, of course, because it's Gotham, they're going to think, you know what, let's just go straight into the bank and completely fucking forget about that weird bus with no kids on that just went straight past us. I am getting a lot off topic here. This is not what I've written down. But no, the reason, like, you know, I'm just going to put Christian Bale to one side now, but I don't reckon it should be a Justice League film. I reckon it should be a Batman and Superman film, you know. They're these two iconic heroes, you know. When you think of superheroes, the first thing that's going to like pop into your head is either Batman or Superman. You know, you take a logo with Superman's S or the bat signal, you take it anywhere around the world, and people straight down are going to know what it is, you know. But if you take something like Spider-Man's logo and Captain America's logo, then nobody are going to know what it is. And the amazing thing about these, like DC and that, is because their DC films, they're more modern and realistic. When I watch Marvel films, I just feel like a child, for Christ's sake. You know, they're really childish. For some reason, they seem really colourful. The Marvel films seem really colourful. I mean, yeah, throw a bunch of, like, Marvel friends together and, like, make a 2012 summer film, everyone's gonna fucking love it. But if you put together these two iconic heroes that have been around for 75 years, hands down, it is going to be one of the biggest films of fucking history. You know, people have been waiting for a Superman and Batman film on the big screen. You know, we've been waiting for this for decades. Decades! And it would, hands down, it would put Avengers to shame. Now, they say with Man of Steel 2, they want to throw a cameo appearance of Batman or Wonder Woman in. Now, personally, I reckon they should do Batman, but here's where it gets to, like, Christian Bale coming back. If they throw a new Batman in the Man of Steel 2 as a little 5-minute, like, appearance, that's going to feel wrong. That's going to feel even if it's a completely new Batman, you know, I'm going to be really disappointed with DC. Because, you know, if it's going to be a new Batman, for starters, it should have its standalone film, not like a little, hey Superman, oh hey Batman. You know, I don't really want that. I don't want a little cameo appearance. If it's going to be new, I want him to have his little own standalone film. so you can feel attached and, you know, feel all this pain and sorrow that Bruce goes through. But if they're going to do it, going back to the cameo appearance, if it's not going to be new, and it's going to be Christian Bale, then I'm going to be completely fine with that. The only reason I want Christian Bale to come back is because it'll be the 4th time he's come back, so therefore he'll be the longest Batman. I would feel alright if he was a cameo appearance in Man of Steel 2, you know, because this is a Batman we're familiar with, we know him, we grew up with him, you know, and people say that it can't be pulled off. The way I would imagine it is, say something like you got Dark Knight Rises, Man of Steel would be set like a year later, and then an appearance where they're both set together would be another year later. Let's just say like after the events of Dark Knight Rises, you know, Bruce Wayne still keeps fit, he still trains, he still keeps an eye out for things if anything goes extremely wrong, purely for the fact Joseph Gordon-Levitt can't get things right, you know. Orphan Boy's a bit shit in that film, which I don't like him. You know, it should have like the fact that there's alien life out there now, that Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne will be like, I have to come back. And, you know, it'll see him come back and get the cake. You know, if you have a night of just chilling and smoking, and you just think in your head, you can come up with so many good ideas for to put Christian Bale in that universe and not think, oh, well, you know, it's silly. But yeah, I just feel that Christian Bale's Batman should come back. You know, I don't want to see a new guy. I'm up for a new guy, don't get me wrong, I really am up for a new guy. I wouldn't mind seeing, honestly, I do think that they won't get Christian Bale back, but I feel it's the right thing to get him back, because throwing a new Batman in, it's just going to feel rushed, and I'm not going to like it. But, you know, I'm open-minded, so I don't mind who they get in. I don't mind who takes over the next Batman. I'm looking forward to see who does it, but personally for me, I want Christian Bale back, please. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. I'll probably be back soon with another DC podcast, Simplecast, and that's all I have to say really. Now I'm going to try and be not so ill now, if that makes any sense. Personally, I shouldn't have done this podcast. I feel a bit, you know, I feel a bit shit. Oh, anyway, yeah, thanks for listening, and stay simple.